Dear delegates, wish you all a safe and healthy life. Hope we can return soon to the offline mode of seminar. The topic of my lecture is antihypertensive effect of enzymatically fabricated bioactive peptides from Bellamia bengalensis protein, an in vitro and in silico study. I'm honored and thankful to American Oil Chemists Society for giving me the chance to present our work in this prestigious platform. The work was done by my students Dr. Tanmay Kumar De and Dr. Roshni Chatterjee. Let us start with what are bioactive peptides. Proteins are one of the most important nutrient in food and are rich in meat, fish, eggs, milk, etc. Now, bioactive peptides are inactive peptide sequences encrypted into the parent proteins, but when released, they turn active. Now, bioactive peptide sequences within the protein exert a beneficial effect on body functions beyond its nutritional value. Thus, bioactive peptides can regulate important physiological functions of the body. Most of these peptides contain 2 to 20 amino acids and are generally rich in hydrophobic amino acids. Bioactive peptides can be produced during food processing. Now, proteases can be used to hydrolyze the protein food sources to fabricate bioactive peptides. Microbial fermentation can produce these peptides. They can regulate important physiological functions of the body. Now, there are antimicrobial peptides, antihypertensive peptides, antithrombotic, immunomodulatory, opioid, and antioxidative peptides. Some show mineral binding functions. Different activities of the bioactive peptides are mainly governed by the amino acid sequences. These specific sequences interact with proteins of our body and modulate the physiological functions. Over the last few years, scientists showed interest in finding out these distinct bioactive sequences that can reduce or prevent the risk of chronic diseases and provide immune protection. So, it's interesting that bioactive peptides have been generated from underutilized protein rich bioproducts. Many animal and plant food proteins has been used for extracting bioactive peptides such as egg, milk, meat proteins, soya, oats, pulses, canola, wheat, flaxseed, etc. Now, we have selected a freshwater snail readily available in India, Bangladesh, and rest of Southeast Asia. Bellamia bengalensis is a snail and phylum Mollusca and class Gastropoda. Tribal and a large rural population of India and Bangladesh thrive on Bellamia bengalensis snail meat for 8 months of the year, and it is very low priced protein rich food item available in abundance, and India has a rich variety of edible marine and freshwater mollusks. Adequate information about the nutritional and biological potential is not available. Thus, with the aim to better utilize the snail protein for human consumption, we have chosen Bellamia bengalensis. Now, the objective of this piece of work was to isolate the protein fraction of the edible food part of Bellamia bengalensis for hydrolysis, and three proteases from different sources, papain, pepsin, and alkalis, and the antioxidative property and the functional properties of protein hydrolysates and protein isolate were evaluated. Protein hydrolysates were ultrafiltered with 3 kD membrane to fractionate the bioactive peptide rich hydrolysate. The in vitro and the in silico antihypertensive activities were evaluated. Enzyme kinetic study was conducted. Now, this slide shows the process of enzymatic hydrolysis, the methodology employed for the production of the bioactive peptides from the whole protein of Bellamia bengalensis. Now, here also we used papain and alkalase, another two enzymes. Alkalase is of microbial origin. The mean protein content of fleshy food part of Bellamia bengalensis was found to be 56.43%, which significantly increased in Bellamia bengalensis protein isolate, and the moisture and the ash content were 69 and 12% respectively. Amino acid score was quite high as 87.2%. Essential amino acid index is found to be 66%. Biological value was found to be 78%, and the biological value between 70 and 100% indicates a very good quality protein imparting high nutritional value as found in the Bellamia bengalensis protein. And the protein efficiency ratio signifies it to be a protein of satisfactory importance, and the nutritional index of Bellamia bengalensis was found to be 65%. Now, the amino acid composition showed that it is rich in glycine and arginine, comparable to casein, and sulfur-containing amino acids like methionine, cysteine were also present in a significant amount. However, methionine and lysine content were less in comparison with casein. Lysine-arginine ratio was 1, and alanine-lysine ratio was 1.34 in Bellamia bengalensis protein. And amino acid composition of dietary protein is the most important determinant of their physiological and biological activities. Now, low ratio of methionine to glycine and lysine to arginine, as found in Bellamia bengalensis, favors a hypocholesteremic effect, and thus the presence of almost all the essential amino acids in significant amount reflects a superior quality of Bellamia bengalensis protein. Now, enzymatic hydrolysis induces a breakdown of the peptide bonds, and the degree of hydrolysis measures the ratio of the number of cleaved peptide bonds during process of hydrolysis to the total number of peptide bonds contained in the protein mass. So the maximum time of hydrolysis was for 120 minutes, and the hydrolysates were collected at different time intervals: 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and 120 minutes. And alkalis showed the maximum hydrolysis rate of hydrolysis, highest degree of hydrolysis 67%, and next the papain 63%, pepsin 52%. Now, the molecular weight distribution of the peptide isolate and the hydrolysate were shown by SDS page, and lane 0 indicates the marker lane, and the constitutes the proteins with standard molecular weight ranging from 250 kilodalton to 10 kilodalton. Lane 1 indicates the protein isolate, and it contains higher range of peptides 250 kilodalton range, and 35 kilodalton range, another thick band was observed, indicating the presence of peptides of that range. And the lane 2 and 3 responds to papain and at 60 and 120 minutes, and lane 6 and 7 corresponds to alkylase hydrolysates at 60 minutes and 120 minutes, and contain faint bands were seen in between 25 to 20 kilodalton range, which became fainter at 15 kilodalton range. But at the 10 kilodalton range, intense bands were witnessed for 60 minutes. Alkylase hydrolysate, which was more prominent for 120-minute alkylase hydrolysate. Now, this graph shows the protein solubility, and it is highly essential functional property of a protein. In a solution, the extent of protein solubility is largely dependent on the resultant hydrophobic and electrostatic interaction between the molecules. With the increase in the electrostatic repulsion, then hydrophobic interactions between the molecules' solubility is increased. Now, the performance of protein solution in emulsions and foams and gels and their stabilization can be predicted from the protein solubility, as it is the indicator of these functional properties. Now, the highest solubility was seen at pH 9, least at pH 5, and increased at pH 3. Highest solubility was for alkylase hydrolysate at 120 minutes with solubility 93%. At pH 9, pH 5, it was low as 16%. Now, this graph shows the emulsifying capacity of the protein, is the adaptiveness of the protein, and it shows the emulsion activity index and the emulsion stability index, describes the emulsifying properties in food emulsion systems. Proteins can lower the interfacial tension between the hydrophobic and the hydrophilic components in food, acting as effective surface active agents, and forms stable oil in water and water in oil emulsions, preventing further coalescence by formation on a large around the fat droplets, on layer around the fat droplets. Now, the slide shows the stability of the foam was measured over different time fragments, 10, 30, 45, and 60 minutes. The foam stability slowly decreased as time progressed, and the high foaming capacity for the alkylase hydrolysate of Bellamia bengalensis protein may be due to the presence of smaller peptides which can enter the interface with relative ease. Now, hydrolysis yields a mixture of protein fragments with different molecular weights by means of ultrafiltration technique. The low molecular weight peptides were separated with the process of which possess bioactive properties, and the papain and pepsin and alkylase hydrolysates were subjected to ultrafiltration by 3 kD membrane, whereby the peptides less than 3 kD were separated. For the assessment of the biological activities like antioxidative, antihypertensive properties, the ultrafiltered 3 kD permeate of papain, pepsin, and alkylase hydrolysates at 120 minutes were utilized. And the hydroxyl radical scavenging activity of ultrafiltered papain, pepsin, alkylase Bellamia bengalensis protein hydrolysate at 120 minutes is depicted here. And the scavenging property of papain hydrolysate was highest. Alkylase hydrolysates were found to be least potent to quench the free radicals, possibly as a result of the extensive hydrolysis in case of alkylase. Now, this slide shows the DPPH radical scavenging activity, and the results show that radical scavenging activity of hydrolysates at different concentrations. Papain and alkalase showed almost similar radical scavenging activity in lower concentration, which with inhibition of 2.6% for both papain and alkalase. Higher scavenging activity was observed with increasing concentration. Ultra-filtered papain Bellamia bengalensis hydrolysate was proved to be the most potent antioxidant and radical scavenger among the three hydrolysates. This is the renin-angiotensin system for regulation of blood pressure, and the angiotensin converting enzyme converts the angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 2, and we are searching for this for a blocker of the angiotensin converting enzyme so that it can reduce the blood pressure. Now, ACE inhibitory activity of the Bellamia bengalensis hydrolysate in comparison to a standard inhibitor, lisinopril, is shown here. In the study, the group 1 indicates the control group, no inhibitor of ACE and free release of hippuric acid was facilitated. Group 2, a standard inhibitor of ACE, lisinopril, was added, whose inhibitory activity was detected by a diminished concentration of hippuric acid release. And group 3, papain hydrolysate, Bellamia bengalensis at 120 minutes. Group 4, pepsin hydrolysate were used. In group 5, with ultra-filtered alkalase hydrolysate at 120 minutes, the inhibitory effect was found to be maximum compared to all the other groups with least release of hippuric acid. Now, extensive hydrolysis of alkalase resulted in the liberation of very small peptides, which was buried inside the native proteins, presenting highly potent ACE inhibitory action. Now, ACE inhibitory activity of standard ACE inhibitor lisinopril and Bellamia bengalensis protein hydrolysate of different time gradient, 10, 30, 60, 90, and 120 minutes respectively, were shown here. And the synthesized peptides, we have synthesized a specific peptide and here mentioned as Belpep, and as at a dose of 50 microliter, it was used to measure the in vitro antihypertensive activity. Now, this slide shows the bioactive peptides in Malditov, the results, and based on the degree of hydrolysis, the ACE inhibition activity less than 3 kD kilodalton fraction of 120 minutes Bellamia bengalensis alkalase hydrolysate was analyzed by Malditov mass spectrometry to identify the resultant peptides due to the alkalase hydrolysis. And it shows that the molecular weights range from 914 to 1653 daltons, and been identified with significant high intensity compared to other peptides. And de novo sequencing of these small peptides revealed the high concentration of proline along with other hydrophobic amino acids. Now, 5 peptide sequences that were identified from the Malditov results are given here, that were present in the ultrafiltrate of alkalase with high concentration, had shown that significant sequence overlap with many previously reported ACE inhibitory peptide sequences with low IC50 value. Now, interestingly, the peptide with this sequence mm, was found. The second one was found to be the most concentrated peptide in this group, and was also found to have the highest sequence overlap with the previously mentioned database, a peptide database. And the binding affinity of the de novo sequenced peptides to the crystal structure of human TACE were calculated via the KDEEP, a protein ligand affinity predictor based on deep convolutional neural network, and presented here. Interestingly, the PKD and the delta G values indicated that 3 out of these 5 sequences, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 1, 3, and the fourth uh, has highly similar binding efficacy for the ACE when compared to that of the lisinopril. Now, this is the in silico docking experiment, and the energy minimized docked poses of the peptides in the binding domain of TAC is depicted here. And now these observations lead to the mechanistic assessment of the mode of Bell-Pape mediated inhibition of ACE, which is shown in the Lineweaver-Bark plot. From the Lineweaver-Bark plot, it is evident that the mode of inhibition of the Bell-Pape was of typical uncompetitive type. Now, this is the isothermal titration calorimetric experiments were conducted to confirm the mode of inhibition of ACE by Bell-Pape based on the thermodynamic properties of its binding to the ACE and the HHL. The upper panel shows a typical isotherm titration calorimetric curve showing the heat release as a function of time depicted in the thermogram for binding of the ligand Bell-Pape and lisinopril and the enzyme at pH 8.3 and temperature 37 degrees centigrade, whereas the lower panel and the figure shows the isotherm depicting the integrated heat evolved per mole of the inhibitor for addition of each injection with respect to the total molar ratio of the ligand over the enzyme concentration. Interestingly, the binding isotherm curvature of the Bell-Pape inhibited the enzyme substrate reaction indicated towards a two-site cooperative ligand binding to the SE molecules. Initial slow but gradual increase in the rate of heat change with increase in the molar concentration of the ligand indicated towards initial substrate binding to the SE molecule, which in turn promoted the binding of Bell-Pape to a secondary binding site on the ACE, as confirmed by a comparatively sharp increase in the rate of secondary heat exchange. Thus, ITC experiments validated the binding of the Bell-Pape to the ACE, imparting inhibitory effect coherent with the kinetics of enzyme inhibition. Now, the results in a nutshell, the SE inhibitory peptides were enzymatically prepared from protein concentrate of Bellamia bengalensis. The very potent short peptides were isolated from the protein isolates using ultrafiltration technique and characterized by SDS, Page and Malditov. They showed excellent functional properties like solubility, emulsification, and foaming, etc. They also showed very potent bioactive properties in vitro, such as antioxidative, antihypertensive. To gain insight into their mechanism of action, we have shown in silico antihypertensive activity using bioinformatics approach. Now, this is one of our publication in 2020, and thank you. I will be glad if you have any question. I will surely answer them. Thank you very much.